Hi there. Look who's joined me. This is Archie. He's going to join me. Let's see if he behaves during this reading of this fun little book called The Witch and the Magic Oak Tree by Joanne Leslie. And it's illustrated by Suzanne Lamoureux. Both of these lovely ladies live on Protection Island, which is where I live. Let's get started. Yes. Fall had come and all the trees in the forest were shedding their leaves. Even in the gentlest breeze, the leaves would pour down like sheets of multicolored rain. It was on such an autumn day that our story begins, for hidden well within the woods lived a witch named Hazel. There's all the leaves raining down. You might have that in your yard too. I know I do. Witch Hazel was expecting a visit from her niece, Little Itch, who was a witch in training. She had cleaned and scrubbed to prepare for Itch's arrival and made all her resident spiders spin new dust-free webs in every crook and cranny. She even prepared Little Itch's beloved dessert, Beebleberry pie. There's where Hazel lives. Nice and clean and tidy. Cleaned up spider webs too, right? But Hazel was troubled and didn't know why. Something outside her house was wrong, but what? As Hazel watched the leaves in the forest float down and swirl about in mini tornadoes, she realized what was wrong. The big oak tree in her garden had not lost a single leaf. Now that's odd, she said, rubbing her pointed chin. That tree should be bare by now, yet not a single leaf has fallen. Something about oak trees niggled in the back of her mind. Hazel turned away from the window to find her trusty book of magic spells. There she is, looking out of that oak tree in her yard. Why are all those leaves still there? Let's find out. Hazel flipped through the pages of the massive volume until she found it. There's all her books in her magic spell book. Let's read what it says. In every forest, there is a magic oak tree cast with a spell. Once every 100 years, this mighty oak will not lose its leaves. If the tree remains untouched and left completely unmolested, on the final day of autumn, all its leaves will turn to gold. But if just one leaf falls off or is accidentally plucked, the spell will be broken and its leaves will fall all at once. Well, as you could tell in that previous picture, all of the leaves were still on that oak tree, right? Well, look at that witch. She's dancing around. I'm rich, Hazel shouted as she danced around the room. I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich, and a rich old witch. Just then she heard a noise and rushed back to her window. Little Itch had reached the garden gate. There she is, Little Itch, and there's that oak tree, with all the leaves still on it. Do-dee-dee-do-dee-do-doo-doo, she sang, as she always did when she walked along. As she unlatched the gate, she noticed the old oak tree. Now that's odd, she said aloud. That tree hasn't lost any leaves. She too is wondering about this. Maybe Archie is too. Are you, Arch? Reaching up, standing on her tippy toes, Little Itch. There she is. Where are you going to go? Over there? Okay, there you go. Stretched far enough to grasp the edge of one leaf between her fingers. At that very moment, her Aunt Hazel had almost reached her side, screaming, "No!" But it was too late. Look at, she's reaching up to just get that little oak leaf, and what's going to happen? As a leaf came free from its branch and onto little Itch's hands, there was a very loud whoosh. Do you hear that, Arch? And then a whoomp, and every leaf came down at once, burying both the aunt and the niece completely, except the very tip of Witch Hazel's hat. The end. Isn't that a fun little book? You could think that witches are only celebrated at Halloween, and they are, but you know what? Witches exist all year round. Fall, summer, winter, spring, right? And that's a fun little book. And look at this beautiful illustration on the back. Suzanne is such a good artist. I'm not sure where you can find this, but maybe you could reach out to me if you want, and maybe I could get you a copy since I know these ladies, and maybe we could arrange to get one to you if you're interested. All right, that's all for now. Have a good fall. Bye.